Microphone. We got microphone. Okay. Perfecto. Let's just quickly set that down to 0 because we are in our home at the moment and we don't want the torches sound to be bothering. So as we remember yesterday, we last left off after becoming named Nerevarine for the Obanat tribe, which was shortly after for the... I'm not going to remember it. These guys. The Ishanuran tribe. So we've been named Nerevarine for both the tribes here on the mainland, as well as all 4 tribes on the island of Vardenfell. So we were next going to be going to, back to where the Urshilaku, to Nabani Mesa, and letting her know that we have passed the 4th and 5th trials, so that she can guide us towards the 6th trial, which is one of the last steps before confronting Dagoth So yesterday, after we had ended the stream, all that we did was we went home, back to here, where we keep all of our shiny mini trophies and our beautiful dinner set, which we still need to get one more plate so we can plop, and then a couple of forks, but that's just for decoration, it doesn't matter. And all we did was clear out all of the junk from our inventory. We also reevaluated which amulets that we were carrying for utility purposes. Ended up just checking our success for casting the spell Omcivi and Divine Intervention, that one and this one, and saw that we had a 100% chance for success, so we stopped using the Omcivi and Divine Intervention amulets. We put those away just in here. That one and that one, as well as the Amulet of Gem Feeding, since our Soul Trap chance is now also at 100, so that we can have a few less things cluttering up our inventory, as well as have lower carry weight. Now our default carry weight is around 150 instead of being around 160, just with all the arrows that we shot off yesterday and getting rid of those amulets that each weighed about a pound. Only other thing of note is that we have repaired all of our equipment again, so that everything is back up to 100% condition. 1100 out of 1100, 5 out of 5, 2400 out of 2400, 45. So not too much, just basic cleanup and maintenance that is kind of boring, so we can do it off camera and don't have to feel bad about making anyone miss anything. At this stage, we are ready to go back to Nubana Mesa, which quickest and easiest way there is, well, not getting stuck on a roof first off, going to the Silt Strider and going north first to Aldrune and then to Kuul.
Good day, Outlander. I'm Balmora's caravaner. Tell me your destination and... Good day, stranger. Welcome to Aldrune. I'm the local...
Perfect.
We make a special trip. Just
now we just go east from here, as we've done a few times in the past. Yeah. Silt Strider, you suck. Or, not Silt Strider, what is wrong with me? Silt Striders are awesome! Cliff Racers suck. And my brain sucks. Silt Strider, no. We like Silt Striders. To the Urshilaku, to the Wise Woman's yurt. Hello, Nibani Mesa.
Ask and I shall answer with Azura's
So, we've passed the 4th trial.
You are Hortator of all 3 great houses, Redoran, Hlalu, and Telvanni. You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy.
Daddy
You have
loves you.
fulfilled the 4th trial of the 7 visions.
That's right, and we passed the 5th trial.
You have been named Nerevarine by the 4 tribes of Vardenfell. You have fulfilled that part of the prophecy.
Daddy
Urshilaku,
loves you.
Ahemusa, Zainab, and Erebenimsu.
So next is the 6th trial.
You have fulfilled the 5th trial of the 7 visions. I was blind, but Azura's star has guided me through my dreams. Vivec's high priest, Sarioni, has asked to see you when you are Hortator and Nerevarine.
That's true, he
Go
did
to him
ask.
and demand to speak with the false god Vivec. Vivec has tried to keep Kagranak's tools secret, but you will need these tools when you stand before Dagoth-Ur. Get Kagranak's tools from Vivec. They are the keys to the riddle of the 6th and 7th trials.
Okay, we actually need to go back home in that case. Because we have a note that we were supposed to... Oh yeah, we still have... Oh dear. I just threw it in here with very little concern and not forethought of how are we going to find this note at the end. Okay, that might be relevant. Was it this? That is definitely not it. No. Message from Dagoth-Ur. I mean, we might as well carry that with us. But where? Note from the Archcanon. That sounds familiar. To the Outlander. Okay, so that's... Oops. We need to open up... none of these things are what we need. That's fine. We can just... Stupid Apple, always causing problems. Fine, we'll skip Apple. Goodbye, Apple. Sorry, we're just running data backup at the same time because we can run that in the background easily. We don't need all these extra windows open. Okay, let's just real quick go and find where it tells us the papers that we get. Once you finish the 3rd trial, you subject to the persecution of the Nerevarine. That's about what we're looking into. Actually, it was becoming Redoran Hortator where we got the notes. You also see a note from the Archcanon. Hold on to the note, you'll need it later. Okay, so that was it. Just the note from the Archcanon. And I don't want to read this all over again. Present yourself to the healer and high fane of Vivec Danso Induales, and the necessary arrangements will be made. Okay, so that's the only one that we do need, actually. Actually, what is this? Yeah, we know about that. We don't need that. So let's get to Vivec. Mage's Guild will be the quickest.
I must say, I find you most interesting right now.
And then what we can do is use our brand new, shiny, unused Civvy Intervention spell. And that will put us right here. Now we need to go to... Here it is. The Healer of the High Fane of Vivec, Danso Indolus. So High Fane. Now we need to find this Danso person. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Speak your needs. Welcome, my child. Do you seek to join the temple?
No, we're looking for Danso Indolus.
The High Fane is the largest tribunal temple on Vardenfell. Archcanon Sarioni presides over the temple, along with a large staff of priests, healers, and monks. Pilgrims travel from all over Morrowind to view the High Fane and the Ministry of Truth, and to offer prayer and thanks before the Palace of Vivec.
That's nice.
The most important people in the temple compound are Archcanon Sarioni at the High Fane, Beryl Sala in the Justice offices, and Elam Andus in the Office of the Watch. Redderins are in Redderin compound, and Telvanni are in Telvanni compound. Hlalu are in Hlalu compound, but also in St. Delin and St. Olm's cantons. Imperial guildsmen are in the foreign quarter. Some fighters live and train at the arena.
Yeah, okay, that wasn't helpful at all. Might he be behind this locked door? Pop a quick save. Ordinators might hate me.
Justice, dear. Walk on.
Oops. We need... to find Danso Indolus. Danso Indolus. There's someone with a key, or at the very least there's a key on the other side of that door.
Probably nothing.
And we can just go up there and pick the lock, but we want to do this right. Perhaps he's in one of these offices?
What is
Wealth
this about?
beyond measure, Outlander.
Well, not one of you two. Not you.
Mathsera.
Not you. Okay, not in one of these offices. That's where it connects to the Hall of Wisdom. Wouldn't be in the barracks, I wouldn't think. Office of the Watch?
Yes, Outlander. What do you want?
There's a key over here. I want the key. I like to collect the keys. Oh, there it is. It's in this bowl. Archcanon's private key. Pop a quick save. Are they gonna... It doesn't say owned. Like, that says owned. That says owned. This doesn't say owned. Ha! They don't care if I take it. Now I've got the Archcanon's private key. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I've got it.
Is it, Sarah?
Oh. Let's check offices on the other side. Mr. Danso Indolus. Oh, here's a locked door to High Fane, and we do need to get into High Fane. Let's check for traps. No trap. And let's pick the lock. You're not Danso Indoless, but you are the other guy on the other side of that locked door.
Thank you for coming. You know the temple's doctrine on the Nerevarine. Perhaps it is time to change that.
Actually, you were the guy who Danso was supposed to get us in to meet. Let's just see what that was supposed to be because we just skipped Danso. Oh, he's just outside. Oh, pardon me, she's outside. Okay, let's actually go outside and find them. Find her.
Go on.
She's wearing a blue robe. I was not expecting her to be outside, so that's my feeling.
Yes, quickly. Did you want to meet the Archcanon?
I sure do.
The Archcanon is in his private quarters, and he very much wishes to speak with you. But I am to warn you. Avoid confrontations with the Ordinators at all costs.
Okay, I'll avoid confrontation.
The Archcanon has spoken with the High Fane, but if you are a wanted criminal, they may try to arrest you. If the blood of faithful servants of the temple is spilled, it will make a reconciliation all that much more difficult.
Okay, well, I won't kill any of them, don't worry.
To Sarione's private quarters. Perhaps you might also sneak past the Ordinators by stealth or magic.
Okay, where's the back
door
entrance?
On the eastern canal side level leads through a smaller room and into Sarione's private quarters. But the door is always locked, and the Ordinators control the key.
Well, I stole a key.
The Archcanon.
Oh, you suck. We're gonna skip. We're gonna skip all of those. Thank you, go away.
There are Ordinators at the entrances to both the east and west chapels.
Okay, sneak past.
Ordinators are highly trained, and sneaking past them, even aided by magic, may be very difficult. But if you have any art in stealth or magic, you should use it.
I mean, we kind of snuck past them. We also just kind of grabbed a key. And we accidentally met the Archcanon that we were looking for instead of you. We were looking for you so you could take us to him, and instead you're just like, hey, go do what you were already doing. You did such a good job at it. Why wouldn't we just let you keep doing it? So, okay. Hi, Archcanon Tholor Sarioni.
Discuss the temple's doctrine on the Nerevarine. I am Tholor Sarioni, the Patriarch of the Temple.
Okay, let's talk about the Nerevarine.
You're the one they call the Nerevarine.
That's right.
You are a heretic, and all who support you are heretics. You may think Imperial law protects heretics, and you may be right. But some of the Temple faithful care little for Imperial law.
Okay, and what's this doctrine you want to talk about?
The Temple must protect the people from false doctrines, and your association with Imperial intelligence makes your motivations and integrity suspect.
That's fair.
But you have been chosen, Hortator and Nerevarine, by the Dunmer people, and we have reached a crisis with Dagoth Ur. We can no longer defend the people against the awakened Sixth House.
You never could.
You and your prophecies may represent our last hope.
That's true.
Our situation is desperate, but I would rather have you hear the details of our situation and the circumstances leading up to that situation from Lord Vivec himself. He has asked to see you.
About
Would you agree
time.
to a private meeting with him and hear in person what he has to say?
Yes.
Good. Here are 2 keys. One to the private back entrance to my quarters, the other
You mean
to a
the way I
locked
came in?
entrance to Lord Vivec's palace. I regret that, at present, the Ordinators are not completely under my control, so for now I'll ask you to avoid confrontations with them. Lord Vivec is expecting you. His lordship is remarkably patient, but perhaps it would be better not to keep him waiting.
Thank you.
What, Sarah?
You gave me this key. Do I have 2 copies of it now? Yeah, because I found one just sitting in a bowl. And I've got a key to Vivec's palace that I don't need because I'll just pick the lock.
What is this about?
Oh, get out the way. You're terrible. first try. Nailed it. And Trap Disarm took 3 tries. Let's get my sword back in my hand, and let's go meet Vivec. Hello, Vivec.
Yes, Incarnate. I am Vivec, and I can answer all your questions.
Really? You can answer all my questions? How about, like, is your dick multicolored too?
I expected you. We have business, you and I.
Do we have business. When I was young like you, I was very impatient, so I will keep our business short. Then, later, there may be time for other things. First, I propose to you remove my curse upon the Nerevarine, in the persecution of the dissident priests, and proclaim to all Morrowind that Nerevar is the incarnate and Nerevarine, the prophesied savior of Morrowind, and the last hope to withstand the menace of Daggett-Ur and the Sixth House. These things I will do, whether you wish or not. It's about damn time. Lizzo would know. Next, I propose to surrender to you the power and responsibility of defeating Daggett-Ur. You may choose to refuse. I will not compel you. You will receive the power as a gift in the form of an artifact called Wraithguard. You may accept the gift, then do with it as you will. You will receive the responsibility as an oath. You may give your oath, then keep it or break it as you like. First, will you accept Wraithguard as a gift? Yep. Good. Sensible of you. And now, will you give your oath before all gods and men, before all spirits visible and invisible, before my honor and your honor, to dedicate yourself and Wraithguard to the defeat and destruction of Daggett-Ur, and the preservation of Morrowind and its people? Sure. Not very sensible, but very good. I was hoping for someone who would have no hesitation about making for such an oath. You will now have a brief, momentary sensation of time passing. Don't be alarmed. You will be taken out of time in order to avoid the unpleasant experience of learning how to use Wraithguard. It will be over before... There is a brief sensation of motion, total darkness, floating, but without a sense of weight or direction. You know it. Now, I will notify the temple that you are our champion. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priests, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. Probably not, and it's your fault, you false god. We have time to questions. Pardon me. We have time for questions, if you like, or you may leave as you wish. But I think there are at least 2 things you ought to know before you leave. How to use Wraithguard, and how to defeat Daggett-Ur. Okay? Tell me how to use Wraithguard? I mean, I equip it and it protects me from thunder and keening. I know, but the character doesn't know. And you don't seem to have a dialogue off of it. Okay, tell me about defeating Daggett-Ur. To defeat Daggett-Ur, go to Red Mountain to recover the artifact Hammer Sunder from Gate Citadel Veminal. Then recover the artifact Blade Keening from Gate Citadel Odrasal. Then proceed with Wraithguard, Sunder, and Keening to the Citadel of Daggett-Ur. Within the Citadel, find the Heart of Lorkhan. Use the 3 artifacts to sever Daggett-Ur's connection to the heart, and he will be destroyed, and the blight ended on Morrowind. To destroy Daggett-Ur, you must sever his connection with the Heart of Lorkhan. To do this, strike the heart with the artifact Hammer Sunder once, then strike the heart more than once with the artifact Blade Keening. You must wear Wraithguard, because you cannot handle either Sunder or Keening unless you are wearing Wraithguard. That is the short and simple explanation. Here is the long, detailed explanation written down for your convenience. Read it, study it, commit it to memory. Plan to Daggett-Ur has been added to your inventory. What about Red Mountain? In my library, I have made available 2 conflicting accounts of the events of Red Mountain. My own true account, yeah, sure, and another false account common among the Ashlanders and preserved in the Apocryph. I don't care whether you believe my account or not. I leave it up to you to judge which is true. Your library. I want your trust and willing cooperation. So I've had the priest make copies of a number of documents. They're here for you to read or take with you. Take a look at them. Help yourself. What about this council? You need to know, where is Dagoth-Ur? What are Dagoth-Ur's plans? Who are Dagoth-Ur's servants? Who is Dagoth-Ur? And what are Dagoth-Ur's powers? What is known about Dagoth-Ur's defenses? How can I prepare for battle against Dagoth-Ur? And who can help? Okay, let's start with, who are his servants? Now, who is Dagoth-Ur? Dagoth-Ur is the formal Lord High Counselor of House Dagoth. He was Lord Nerevar's generation, older than we, and a mighty sorcerer and enchanted in life. In his sustained shadow immortality, he appears to be a highly intelligent, severely deluded, immortal monster with unparalleled supernatural abilities. He appears, by turns, lucid and deranged, compassionate and bestial, profoundly wise and profoundly disordered. In short, he is a mad god. And who are his servants? Chief among his servants are his 7 brothers, the Ash Vampires, powerful Heartrights and cunning sorcerers of old. These creatures appear to die, but always are revived at the heart. Somehow, Dagoth-Ur has conferred some portion of his immortality upon them. Or perhaps they sustain themselves through more conventional sorcery. Okay, and what are his powers then? He is able to send his mind into the dreams of susceptible victims across vast distances. True, we've experienced that. The victims are either swayed by his compulsion or driven mad. He also seems nearly invulnerable to physical and magical harm. His flesh, and the flesh of his followers, evolves towards a mutable, magical form. Dagoth-Ur and the highest ranks can control the distorted manifestations of their flesh. Lower ranks lose control of their bodies and become mindless corpus monsters. Oh, that's creepy. So what is he planning with this? We know nothing for sure, but we have learned much from interrogating Sixth House cultists and victims of dream compulsions, and from our study of Dagoth-Ur's actions. The Temple scholars and inquisitors have prepared a document, Dagoth-Ur's plans, that summarizes what we know or suspect. Take this copy. It's also available in my library. Okay, I'll read that in a moment. And where is he? Dagoth-Ur has never ventured out of the Heart Chamber, the place under Red Mountain where the heart of Lorkhan lies. It is there, or nearby, that he is constructing a new god, Akulakwan. No, let's try that again. Akulakan, also known as Second Nimidium. Oh, that sounds terrifying. And what are his defenses? Confer with the Ordinators and Buoyant Armatures garrisoning Ghostgate for the latest information about the defenses of the citadels of Dagoth-Ur and his Heart-White kin. So, you don't know. Got it. How can I prepare for battle? Prepare for war. Beyond the Ghost Fence, there are no safe places, no allies. Stockpile resources, plan for retreat and replenishment, quest for artifacts of power. I mean, I've done all of that. I'm covered head to toe in artifacts of power. Who can help? Ordinators and Buoyant Armatures stationed at Ghostgate have the most practical knowledge of the nightmare world inside the Ghostgate. Seek them in my name for counsel and aid. Well, that's just kind of any more business. Actually, I believe we've finished our business. I will notify the temple that you are our champion. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priests, and I hope both sides will swiftly be reconciled. Now, you are my guest. I am your host. We have time for explanations, or counsel, or questions, or bitter recriminations if you like. Or you may leave if you wish, as you wish. But I think before you leave you should learn how to defeat Dagoth-Ur and how you must use the artifact Wraithguard. Okay, well let's start with bitter recriminations because you're a dick. You want to chide me. Why did I murder Nerevar? Why did I break my oath to Azura not to use Kagnarek's tools? Why did I cause others to suffer? Yeah, let's get all of that. We did not murder Nerevar. The legend that we murdered Nerevar comes from a story told by a shield companion to Nerevar, Alondro's soul, who lived among the Ashlanders. The Ashlanders have retained Alondro's soul's account as part of their oral histories. The account is persuasive in some details, implausible in others, and is in any case false. I have 2 accounts of Nerevar's death here in my library. Read them and judge for yourself. Sure, but you broke your oath. Along with Lord Nerevar, and at his insistence, Almlexia, Sothasil, and I swore before our god of oaths at the time, the Daedra Lord Azura, never to employ the tools of Cagnarek for any purpose. We broke our oaths. We turned our backs on the old gods. I still see no compelling reason to worship any of the Aedra or Daedra, but for the respect I held for Nerevar, and the respect I held for myself, I should never have betrayed my oath. Of all my life's actions, I most regret that failure. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's why you're still living here in your ivory tower. Actually, the ivory tower is in Cyrodiil. You're living here in your golden pyramid. Why did you cause others to suffer? I respect that question, and you for it. The most I can say is, I did the best I could as I saw things. Can you, mortal, presume to judge the actions and motives of a god? But because I need you, and you need me, I will make an accounting for my sins. But not now. Destroy Dagoth-Ur, and then we will discuss my sins. Then, perhaps, you will have earned the right to judge me. Sure. So, give me some explanation. You want to know, why did I wage war on the Nerevarine? Why did I try to suppress the Apocrypha? Why did I persecute the dissident priests? Why is Dagoth-Ur winning the war? How does the tribunal fight Dagoth-Ur? What are Wraithguard's powers? Yeah, let's go over all of that. Why did I try to kill you? Because you threatened the faith of my followers, and I needed their faith to hold back the darkness. I thought you were my enemy, a pawn of a subtle Daedra Lord of Zura, or a pawn of Emperor Uriel's Septum, or a simple fraud, perhaps a hero, but not much of one, if my faithful could destroy you. Now circumstances are altered. I need you, and you need me. A likely story. Now I'm too powerful for you to stop, so you're trying to save your own ass. How about suppressing truth? Why did I suppress the Apocrypha? Because it was such an unfortunate mixture of truth, falsehood, and speculation that I couldn't afford to manage the confused reaction of our faithful. Any doubt whatsoever weakened their faith, and we needed their faith to guide us to power, to maintain the ghost fence. In retrospect, pardon me, we needed our faith to give us the power. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hate how uh-oh sounds like it should have a T, but it's just an H. It's like uh-oh. But you don't say uh-oh, you say ut-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, I'm dumb. I left refrigerated food out on the counter because I'm dumb. And my partner just texted me to let me know. Okay. Sorry about the interruption. I'm just dealing with being stupid for a second. Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Come on, please load for me. But man, Vivec is such a dick. It's like, oh, I didn't have a choice. I just wanted ultimate power and to get away with it. But yeah, I'm trying to be friends with you now. Okay. We needed their faith to give us the power to maintain the ghost fence. In retrospect, perhaps we lost the faith of those when we most needed. Perhaps we lost the faith of those we most needed while preserving the faith of the meek and indifferent. Perhaps a mistake was made. Who can say? I can say. Y'all fucked up. Why did you persecute them? Suppression and persecution of dissident is just one of the standard tools of statecraft. I believe we erred in trusting the judgment of Beryl Sala. He and his ordinators served valiantly in the war against Dagoth-Ur. We mistook his misplaced zeal for energy and dedication. Mistakes were made, but no more. There shall be no more persecution of the dissident priest, and I hope both sides shall swiftly be reconciled. So why is Dagoth-Ur winning? He is winning because he is close to the source of power, Lorkhan's heart, and because he retains the passion of madness, while we have settled into the lonely and unrewarding posture of dogged dutifulness and perseverance, and, finally, perhaps because he is stronger and smarter than we are, and his followers are more fervent and fanatical. I believe we were careless and complacent, and outwitted, and, in the manner of denying the Nerevarine, we were foolish. Yeah, you're right about that. How are you trying to fight Dagoth-Ur? In the past, the Tribunal made seasonal campaigns to Red Mountain. We slew Dagoth-Ur and his kin, though the heart always revived them in time. Later, when we realized we couldn't destroy them, we created the Ghost Fence to contain the threat. These solutions were effective until Dagoth-Ur ambushed us and captured Sunder and Keening. Since that time, our fortunes have waned as his increased. And what are Wraithguard's powers? Wraithguard's primary function is to protect the wearer from the fatal energies of the artifacts Sunder and Keening. It also has minor protective enchantments against physical and magical damage that you may find useful. Oh, that's nice. Is Wraithguard the right hand or the left hand? I forget. We have more things to ask. How do we defeat Dagoth-Ur? Oh, you already gave us that plan. Questions? We're curious. What really happened at Red Mountain? What really happened to the Dwemer? What was the Dwemer's sin? What is it like to be a god? Do I remember being mortal? How do I feel about the people of Morrowind? Yeah, tell us all those things. In my library, I've made available, you already said that, the Dwemer. I have no idea what happened to the Dwemer. I have no sense of them in the timeless divine world outside of mortal time. And, in fact, if I did believe they existed, I would be in no hurry to make contact with them. They may, with some justice, hold the Dwemer race responsible for their fate. My intuition is that they are gone forever, and that is perfectly fine with me. Yeah, just mass genocide, perfectly fine with you. What was their sin? The sin of the Dwemer was the creation of a new god from the substance of a dead god, Lorkhan. That is also the sin for which we would destroy Dagoth-Ur. I hesitate to call it sin, more properly call it destructive evil. The sin of the tribunal, however, is in the breaking of an oath to Azura to forbear from tapping the heart with Cagnarec's tools, and in the folly of seeking to become gods. Breaking the oath was evil. Becoming gods was folly. If we sinned, we have paid the price. Dude, you're still lording over like an entire continent. You ain't paid no price. What was the next question? What's it like to be a god? It is like being a juggler. It's like being a playing with people and their lives and taking no responsibility. Yeah, you're a fucking juggler, all right. Things are always moving, and you learn to know where they are without even thinking about it. Only there are many, many things moving, and sometimes, like any juggler, you drop something. I'm afraid it has become a lot more a matter of dropping things lately. There's too much to do and not enough time, and I'm losing my touch. Perhaps I'm growing old. It is a bit like being at once awake and asleep. Awake, I am here with you, thinking and talking. Asleep, I am very, very busy. Perhaps for other gods, the completely immortal ones, it is only like that being asleep, out of time. Me, I exist at once inside of time and outside of it. It's nice never being dead, too. When I die in the world of time, then I'm completely asleep. I'm very much aware that all I have to do is choose to wake, and I'm alive again. Many times I have very deliberately tried to wait patiently, a very long, long time before choosing to wake up, and no matter how long it feels like I wait, it always appears when I wake up that no time has passed at all. That is the God place, the place out of time, where everything is always happening all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once. You could learn a thing or two about everything bagels. That was a good movie. Unrelated to this game. About 23 years younger than this game. Do you remember being mortal? I remember. I do not feel it. I can, if I choose, remember the feeling. But I do not choose. It is very, very sad being mortal. There is happiness, yes, but mostly sadness. As I have said, count only the happy hours. For mortals, there are all too few. But for gods, for me, there is more feeling, only knowing. Oh, there is no more feeling, only knowing. And then a dramatic pause. Not quite no more feeling. I still want to win. I want to defeat Dagoth. Perhaps I have lost the feeling for the people, for their suffering. I don't want that feeling. It is no use to me. That is no longer what matters to me. I only want not to lose. To lose would be very, very bitter. Okay, and what do you think about the people then, if you don't want to feel about their suffering or whatever? I love the people of Morrowind. You literally just said you don't care about them. You literally just said you don't care about them and you don't want to care about them, you stupid, smelly turd. I became a god to make their lives more comfortable and secure. No, you became a god to pad your own ego and become powerful. You liar. I am most close to my faithful followers. I am literally in their hearts and minds. I feel the most sympathy with House Redrin. They are Dunmer driven by creeds and deeds, like I am. House Endoril is closer to the compassion and sympathy of Almalexia, a comfortable and secure serenity. House Telvanni matches the disposition of my brother TESIII, iconoclastic, profane, unconventional. House Valelu represents the future of the Dunmer, integrated into the sophisticated mainstream of the traditionless, raceless, godless culture of the Empire. House Dress represents the past of pre-tribunal Great House culture, a persistent tradition of Daedra and ancestor-worshipping civilized Dunmer clans. And I even love the Ashlanders for their preservation of the most ancient barbarian tribal traditions of the Dunmer who first settled Morrowind. Okay. Was there... Bidder? Break my oath business. Yep, that's still the same. Cause of Zephyr Council. Any more council? No, those are all the same things. Dagothar winning. Defense plans, powers, servants, defeat Dagothar. Bloomer sins, explanations, murder Nerevar, my library, people Morrowind, persecute, prepare for battle, questions, Red Mountain, remember being mortal, suppress the Apocrypha, the Dwemer, to be a god, tribunal, fight Dagothar, war on the Nerevarine, where is Dagothar, who can help, and Wraithguard's powers. That's it. That's all of it. Wraithguard is value 500,000, weight 15, heavy armor, constant effect, shield 10 points, reflect 20% on self, resist light disease 50% on self. That's useless, we're already immune to light. Resist shock, fire, frost, magicka, and poison 10% on self. And is it right or is it left? I don't know. It is right, so it takes away our bow. Well, now we've got a shield. 10 points of shield. Wait, okay. We have so many effects stacked. These always just like... Oh, actually, it was... Okay, there. Those are lined up better. We have so many effects stacked that it loops around to the bottom despite the fact that we have more space over here. So if we compress it, we just don't see some of the things. And if we expand it, it's just wasted space. They did not code this to utilize the available space properly, and I never noticed that until right now. I guess I've never had so many that it wraps around upon itself. That is interesting. That is news to me. So I guess we'll just leave it at that width so that the space is used as appropriately as possible. Let's take a quick look-see here. So we don't really care about equipping Wraithguard right now. It is armor rating the same. No, I lied. Its armor rating is lower than our current armor, but we want to be able to have our bow, which we don't need to have equipped at the moment. What am I missing? Okay, we've got boots, greaves, cuirass, 2 pauldrons, 2 bracers, shield, and helm. So we have all of our armor. We've got pants, skirt, robe. Oh, Wraithguard kicked off one of our gloves. Because it's a full gauntlet, so it includes the fingers, so you can't wear a glove at the same time, versus this is a bracer that only wraps around your wrist, so you can still wear a glove at the same time. That's what it was. It kicked off one of our gloves. Okay, so we now have Wraithguard. Which, if we set it down here, so we can get a better look at it. It's a fancy. It's so shiny. Let's take a look at the papers we've got here. Plan to defeat Dagothar. For the past 20 years, the Tribunal have tried unsuccessfully to execute this plan. However, we failed because we were required to stage an assault and, simultaneously, maintain the ghost fence to prevent the threatened large-scale breakout of Dagothur's blighted hosts. With the Nerevarine leading the assault and the Tribunal free to devote their full energies to maintaining the ghost fence, this plan has a greater chance of success. Unfortunately, however, the loss of the artifacts Sunder and Keening, and the recent increase in Dagothur's strength, pose new problems for the execution of the plan. Therefore, our proposed plan has the following 5 phases. 1. A series of aggressive raids to scout inside the ghost fence. 2. A series of aggressive raids to neutralize Dagothur's Ash Vampire kin and recover artifacts from the bodies of his kin. 3. An assault of Gate Citadel Veminal to neutralize Dagoth Vemin and recover the artifact hammer Sunder. 4. An assault of Gate Citadel Odrasal to neutralize Dagoth Odros and recover the artifact blade Keening. 5. An assault of Citadel Dagoth with the artifacts Wraithguard, Sunder, and Keening to serve Dagothur's connection to the heart of Lorkhan and thus to destroy Dagothur. Phase 1. Raids inside the ghost fence. The Tribunal Ordinators and Buoyant Armigers are familiar with the terrain and will provide maps and current intelligence reports. The region inside the ghost fence is dangerous, and the Nerevarine will need to be familiar with its particular challenges. After measuring skills and resources against Dagothur's defenses, the Nerevarine will know better how to pace a campaign, alternating raids with improving skills, getting better equipment, and stockpiling resources. Phase 2. Raids upon Ash Vampire Citadels. Dagothur's kin have become markedly more powerful in recent decades, after remaining stable for thousands of years. If they can be individually isolated and destroyed, they will not be able to support Dagothur in later stages of the war. It may also be that the dramatic increase in their power comes from items enchanted by Dagothur. Salvage of such items might contribute to our resources. Phase 3. Assault on Gate Citadel Veminal. Essential to recover the artifact hammer Sunder for Phase 5. The Ash Vampire Dagoth Vemin has possession of Sunder, and probably seeks to discover the secrets of its enchantments. He may also have access to notebooks and journals of Kagnarak that may have survived in the Dwemer workshops of Veminal. Phase 4. Assault on Gate Citadel Odrasal. Essential to recover the artifact blade Keening for Phase 5. The Ash Vampire Dagoth Odros has possession of Keening. Actually, it's in a plinth surrounded by dark runes, and probably seeks to discover the secrets of its enchantments. He may also have access to notebooks and journals of Kagnarak that may have survived in the Dwemer workshops of Odrasal. Phase 5. Assault on Citadel Dagoth. All the previous stages are preparations for this stage. Recent expeditions show that Citadel Dagoth has undergone extensive expansion. The location will need to be explored carefully. The known route to the Heart Chamber will be well defended. Alternative routes may exist. Dagothur will have anticipated our plan to destroy him by attacking the heart, and he will almost certainly personally oppose approach to the Heart Chamber. Together, the Tribunal could not defeat him, and he has grown stronger since then. Admittedly, the Tribunal had the distraction of maintaining the ghost fence simultaneously while fighting Dagothur, but, even so, the challenge seems daunting. Pardon me, I'm a tired old man. The adoption of this phased campaign seems to offer the best chances for success. In retrospect, the Tribunal's decision to directly assault Citadel Dagoth, rather than proceed step by step through lesser objectives, must be seen to have been a serious error. The Tribunal did not feel it had the option of a slow-paced and deliberate campaign, given that they had many other competing priorities, not the least of which was the maintenance of the ghost fence and the outer defenses surrounding Red Mountain. The Nerevarine, on the other hand, should be best served by a careful, step-by-step advance, with the additional advantage of building confidence along the way, while successes would undermine Dagothur's own assurance in his defenses. Employing Kagnarak's tools against Dagothur, the source of Dagothur's supernatural power is the heart of Lorkhan. The heart is also the source of the Tribunal's divine powers. Has she responded yet? No. During mythic times, the gods took and hid Lorkhan's heart beneath Red Mountain as a punishment for creating the mortal plane. The Dwemer discovered the heart while building underground colonies. High Craft Lord Kagnarak created enchanted tools intended to tap the power of the heart. The War of the First Council was fought to prevent this sacrilege. Cagnarek's use of these tools and the disappearance of the Dwemer race marked the end of the war. Cagnarek's tools were recovered by Lord Nerevar and Dagoth-Ur. Dagoth-Ur was left to guard the tools, while Nerevar came to consult with us, his advisors. In Nerevar's absence, Dagoth-Ur experimented with the tools upon the heart and was corrupted. We returned to discover a deranged Dagoth-Ur who refused to turn over the tools. When he attacked us, we drove him away. We left Red Mountain with the tools, and subsequently TESIII discovered their secrets. Collectively, we used the tools to establish a connection with the heart, enabling ourselves to transform our mortal natures. Thus we became the Tribunal. Dagoth-Ur has survived our attacks, and without the tools, in a manner not well understood. Dagoth-Ur also managed to establish a connection with the heart and to transform himself into an immortal being. Our plan to destroy Dagoth-Ur also runs the risk of destroying the Tribunal. The plan is to permanently disrupt Cagnarek's enchantments upon the heart, severing connections with Dagoth-Ur and ourselves, and rendering us all, once again, mortal. A mortal Dagoth-Ur may then be destroyed by mundane means. The loss of godhood and the possible death of the Tribunal are judged a necessary risk and sacrifice. The normal procedure for establishing connection with the heart is a three-step process. The wearer of Wraithguard strikes the heart with the hammer Sunder, causing the heart to produce a pure tone. Then the wearer of the Wraithguard strikes the heart with the blade Keening, shattering the pure tone into a prism of tone shades. These tone shades are then imprinted upon the substance of the wearer of Wraithguard, giving him an immortal and divine nature. The Nerevarine will not be taught the secret rituals required to perform the third step. Instead, the Nerevarine will strike the heart with Keening for a second time, causing its tones to diverge into unstable patterns of interference. Further repeated strikes with Keening will further disrupt the tones, with the ultimate result of shattering and dispelling Cagnarek's original enchantments binding the heart, thereby severing the heart's links with Dagoth-Ur, and with any surviving Heartwights, and with the Tribunal. Destroying Cagnarek's enchantments on the heart will also stop the corrupt diffusion of the heart's divine power and end the blight on Morrowind. The Nerevarine may be tempted to steal the power of the heart. Dagoth-Ur and TESIII alone know this secret. Dagoth-Ur may, in extremity, propose to teach the Nerevarine to use Cagnarek's tools to become a god. We doubt that the Nerevarine is fool enough to trust Dagoth-Ur, and we are content to take this risk. Be warned, the Nerevarine cannot safely equip either Keening or Sunder unless wearing Wraithguard. The Nerevarine will be injured every moment while holding either of these artifacts unless protected by Wraithguard. Persistence will be rewarded with death. If Nerevarine can equip an item while not wearing Wraithguard and receive no injury, the item is counterfeit. Aside, this was actually part words are hard. Part of the original plot of the game that there were going to be counterfeits for Sunder and or Keening in the game, and they still exist in the game files, but they never existed in the actual released version of the game. No one is quite sure why that was cut. They did leave this note here letting you know about how to find a counterfeit. We are using the cutting room floor mod, which adds cut content back into the game, so it is possible somewhere along the way we will find the fakes, and if so, that will be all new as far as the experience of how we go about interacting with them, because it's never been something that we have done before. Back to the note. One last note. Dagoth-Ur must not get hold of Wraithguard. The Nerevarine must prepare and use a recall or Almcivi intervention if there is any risk of death or capture. What about divine intervention? Yeah, you only want me to go back to places you control. The element of surprise. Dagoth-Ur will not expect you to destroy Cagnarek's enchantments on the heart. He does not know it is possible. He would not do it himself, and he knows we would have never tried it. He will not believe anyone would want to sacrifice the promise of such power. Further advancements in House Dagoth, as is all great houses, is by challenge and confrontation within the hierarchy. The Nerevarines' challenges and defeats of ash vampires and battles within the sixth house will be viewed in that light. Dagoth-Ur and his kin may assume the Nerevarines' ambition is to control the heart. Given that assumption, it is only reasonable that the Nerevarine would try to defeat each of Dagoth-Ur's subordinate in turn, working up to Dagoth-Ur. If the Nerevarine can defeat Dagoth-Ur and control the heart, so much the better. but logically, the Nerevarine would wish to rise as high in the hierarchy as possible before cutting a deal with head of house. Dagoth Ur should try to recruit the Nerevarine into House Dagoth. It may be possible to pretend to join him, then betray him. Also, originally in the game, you could join him, then further have an option of betraying him or siding with him, which would give you a completely different ending to the game, but that was also cut. Don't know if that is going to be, now that we have Cutting Room Floor adding stuff in, but if I do remember correctly, the editor's notes on Cutting Room Floor said that they haven't finished that yet as of the release that we have downloaded and installed. But I'm not 100% sure. However, any attempt to deceive him will be very risky. House Dagoth has a tradition of subterfuge and treachery, and because he is a deceiver, he will expect deception. Closing remarks. We place no compulsion upon the Nerevarine to adhere to the plans described here. We believe that they offer the best chance of destroying Dagoth Ur, but we have also chosen to place our trust in the Nerevarine judgment and skill. Frankly, we see no alternative. There are doubts or questions? Speak with Vivec. He's agreed to serve as Neravarine's guide and counselor for this campaign. It may be that if the Nerevarine succeeds, the tribunal will not survive. Such sentiments as might have been expressed in the tribunal should, in that case, be addressed to the land and people of Morrowind. May the happy convergence of fortune and prayer meet in our destiny on behalf of Lady Almlexia and Lords of TESIII, Vivec. Battle of Red Mountain. The following is a transcription of the words of Lord Vivec, addressed to a dissident priest, Malor Omain, who confronted Vivec with the Ashlander traditions surrounding the Battle of Red Mountain and with prophecies of the Nerevarine, and to unnamed magistrates of the Inquisition who joined Vivec in interrogating the dissident priest. Who can clearly recall the events of the distant past? But you have even asked me to tell you, in my own words, the events. We don't actually need to read all this. This is the one by Vivec. This is the one by the transcription of the one that is told in, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Told by the Ashlanders. Both of them are partially true, partially false. Dagoth Ur's plans. Following documents were prepared by temple scholars and agents of the Inquisition for Lord Vivec. Oh, I am sorry, I'm extra tired and I don't know why. From interrogation of catchers, sleepers, and other Sixth House cultists, from study of manuscripts written by cultists and victims of dream-induced mania, from interviews of Lord Vivec concerning historical campaigns against Red Mountain, and for broad conjectures and inferences made upon these materials, this is our best estimate of Dagoth Ur's motivations and objectives in this most recent phase of his war upon Morrowind. Basic objectives. 1. Establish a theocracy in Morrowind based on the worship of the newborn god Akulakan. Second Numidium, to be created by Dagoth Ur from the heart of Lorkhan, and a body constructed according to the principles and rituals pioneered by the Dwemer Kagnarek. Establish the ancient heirs of House Dagoth as the god priest of Akulakan, and the sixth house of Dagoth Ur as the dominant political power in Morrowind. Though charismatic conversion, unite the Dunmer under the guidance of Dagoth Ur to battle against the foreign animals who hold Morrowind in subjection. Note, Dagoth Ur has apparently adopted the views and motivations of the Dwemer High Craft Lord Kagnarek. In effect, he recapitulates the ancient blasphemous folly of the Dwemer. 2. Expose the false worship of the tribunal and destroy the this is a big word, ecclesiastical? Destroy the ecclesiastical authority and political power of the temple. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. How much a dissident priest or the cult of the Nerevarine may be controlled or influenced by the sixth house in this regard is open to speculation. 3. Extirpate all remaining individuals of inferior and mongrel races from Morrowind. 4. Drive the Empire from Morrowind. 5. Recover ancient territories stolen by Skyrim and Argonia. 6. Extend the worship of Akulakan to all nations of Tamriel through subversion and conquest. Plans to establish and expand the Sixth House. Phase 1. Secure Red Mountain against tribunal intruders. Deny tribunal access to the heart, weakening the temple while securing Red Mountain for the creation of Akulakan. Keep the construction of Second Numidium a secret. Phase 2. Create passive servants in ever-widening circles around Red Mountain by broadcasting compulsions couched in dream imagery to susceptible subjects in their sleep. Establish a major operational base at Kogarun for further operations in the Ash Wastes. They've done that. we've taken down the entire thing. Establish smaller bases near small port villages and in lower-class waterfront districts in Vivec. Infiltrate and subvert smuggling syndicates. Recruit willing followers from disaffected populations, including the underworld, the poor, and rabid anti-imperial activists. Phase 3. Expand from smaller bases to other towns and villages, and recruit and indoctrinate subjects made susceptible by dream sendings. Occupy abandoned towers and ruins, and train corrupted cultists as raiders and irregular troops. Identify, discredit, and disseminate possible sources of political resistance. Phase 4. Use assassination and terror to weaken, distract, and disrupt the legions and the imperial bureaucracy, along with their Halelu sympathizers. Inspire popular uprisings of the native poor against the foreign rich and powerful. Summon sleepers and dreamers to Dagoth Ur to work on Second Numidium. Inferring Dagoth Ur's perspectives. Dagoth Ur thinks on a large time scale, for the most part, in the outside of time scale of the divine consciousness. He thinks that only obstacles of mythic scale are worth consideration. He believes he is fated to rule Morrowind. To free Morrowind of the Empire, and to become a new, hard-loving father of Morrowind. Given that perspective, the only opposing forces Dagoth Ur worries about are the Tribunal, the Daedra, the Emperor, and the Incarnate. With the Tribunal's loss of Sunder and Keening, and with diminishing resources of Vivec, Almlexia, and Sotasil, Dagoth Ur believes he has permanently gained a decisive strategic advantage. On a mortal timescale, the battle may last for centuries, but the outcome is not in doubt, and Akulakan may be a device for dramatically reducing the timescale for a decisive victory. The myth of dynamic invincibility of the Emperor and the Empire has long been an unquantifiable and intimidating threat, but recent rumors of unrest in Cyrodiil, of the Empire's failing health, and the unsettled question of the succession have diminished the scale of that threat. Nonetheless, the revelation that the Nerevarine is a pawn of Imperial intelligence, handpicked and sent to Morrowind by the Emperor himself, may cause Dagoth Ur considerable anxiety. The Daedra represent no coherent obstacle to Dagoth Ur. Nonetheless, their personal abilities and their influence upon their fanatic followers is considerable. Their motives and actions obscure, and Dagoth Ur remains concerned about them. The Incarnate represents Saint Nerevar. That's me! A mythic force that has previously defeated Dagoth Ur, and Dagoth Ur is obsessed with this threat. At the same time, Dagoth Ur knew Nerevar personally, knew that he was a mortal man with faults and weaknesses. Dagoth Ur may have some hope of seducing or negotiating with Nerevar's reincarnation. Further, when Nerevar and the Tribunal defeated Dagoth Ur, they were strong and allied. Now the Nerevarine and the Tribunal are weak, opposed, and divided. Therefore, though the Nerevarine and the Tribunal represent the most serious threat to Dagoth Ur's plans, he still has good reason to believe that this time he will prevail. Recent timescale of his activities. We don't need to finish reading all that. It's whatever. We should have 2 copies of that one and 2 copies of that one, the things that Vivec directly gave us. So now we get to go to Ghostgate. What we need to check, though, is quests with bad timing. That's not what I was trying to get for. Quest timing. Because there's one about getting the Old Man's Lucky Coin in Ghostgate, and I think right about now is the time that we can do it. And it's a limited time quest, and it is completely missable. Quest you can miss. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. We've done that already. We don't care about that. We've done it already. Have we? Yes, we have. What is this? No, that's a Telvanni quest. We don't care, do we? Yeah, we don't care about Telvanni quest. At least not now. Corruptly seeks justice. We don't care about that. That should be fixed because it's due to a bug that should be fixed by one of our bug fixes. Rash of insults. No, that was... I thought we did that already. Didn't we do that? I think we did that, but whatever. Lucky coin is what we were looking for. Notes. Though not really a quest per se, once you obtain Wraithguard from Vivec, in the course of the main quest, the Imperial Warrior Wolf will appear in Ghostgate's Tower of Dusk. Speak to him and he'll ask you to carry an old man's lucky coin to Red Mountain as a favor. If you ask anyone in Ghostgate about Wolf, they will not know him or that he is there. After you leave the temple, he will disappear for good. Coin isn't anything special in itself, but when you accept it, you gain a new power, Luck of the Empire. Fortify luck 20 points for 120 seconds. It turns out Wolf was actually the manifestation of the god Tiber Septim. If you talk to Lalatia Varian in the Imperial Chapel in Ebonheart, she will explain this event and you'll gain 2 reputation points. You'll also be able to hear about it through the rumor mill, as any Imperial Guard will be impressed you saw Tiber Septim in the flesh. Wolf doesn't yield any special items if you kill him, but interestingly, he carries a decent amount of moon sugar. Okay, so we do need to go to Ghostgate, and there is a graphical bug at Ghostgate. We can recall from here, right? Is this recall that we have? Oh yeah, we forgot to turn sound effects back on. There we go. That will help. It's just going to be quicker to go to Ghostgate from here. Talk to the Buoyant Armigers about the next plan. Remember, we have that graphical glitch in Ghostgate that will cause a warning to pop up. Why is there more sleepers along the roads just randomly? We're walking and there was never somebody there before, but now there is. Like, what the heck? Why is there a bull netch over here? That's a different question. Aw, Snowy Greenius is just gone forever. Ooh, fire salts. Nice. Let's pop a quick save, because I'm not sure how far away we are. Let's look at the map for Ghostgate. It's that away. Hello, rat. Goodbye, rat. Hello, elite. Goodbye, elite. What is this? Misamsi. Not anything we're interested in. What is this? Saren, Ancestral Tomb. Also not something we're interested in right now. There we go. There's... oh, kind of. We're just... where is the Toyota that we normally take to get to Ghostgate? Have we... Shishara. Aryan, Ancestral Tomb. I should not have jumped down here. Oh, come on, parkour up there. Thank you. There it is. Continue running executable. Yes, please. Oh, come on. Let me... okay, I just hit the enter button on my keyboard. Perfect. Okay. We don't care why that's happening. What is... Dunerai Cavern. Okay. That means we're getting close to Ghostgate. But it also means... we're in the wrong path. What the heck? That was a critical shot, Cliff Racer. Oh, we're still too far to the west. How did we get so far to the west? There it is. That's what we're looking for. Oh, look at that. This doesn't have its right texture, so it's just pure white. Okay, we've been to Ghostgate before, but I don't remember noticing that. And I also only remember like 1 or 2 warnings popping up, not 4 in a row, so it's getting worse?
This is Ghostgate, and my name is Zalit Asatadaisha. Let me know if you need information. And if you have any news or
Who
the
are
latest
you?
rumors, please share them. We get few visitors here. Have you noticed, for all its proclamations about protecting the rights of property and preserving law and order, the Imperial Legion does little enough to capture and prosecute abolitionists?
Are you from
That's
Tamriel
a bit
Rebuilt content?
hypocritical,
You
don't
have
think?
like journal topics from Tamriel Rebuilt content in your dialogue.
I am Zalit Asatadaisha, Scout.
Scout for who? What Ashlander tribe do you belong to?
The Ordinator Grand Commander Ralin Othravel is in the Tower of Dawn. Buoyant Armiger Grand Marshal Galdal O'Main.
Okay, that's all kind of useless.
What do you want, Outlander?
You're a wise woman and initiate, but wise woman of what tribe? There's no way y'all have always been there. I definitely would have noticed. Okay. So we're looking for a wolf who is somewhere in the Tower of Dusk.
Make it quick, Outlander.
And we want your Dahrk face of God, you.
Hello.
But
The Archcanon has announced that Lord Vivec has selected you as a champion of the temple in the war against
Crater
Dagoth.
Citadel.
5 ancient Dwemer citadels in the crater of Red Mountain are occupied by Dagoth and his ash vampire kin.
I don't see anyone named Wolf around here.
How are you?
Oh, there he is. I've never actually got the lucky coin
Hello?
from him.
They call me Wolf. What brings you to Ghostgate?
Wolf?
Wolf, that's me.
Okay. Why are you at
This is a
Ghostgate?
hell of a place. Why are you here?
I'm the Narraine, and I go to confront Dagoth and his citadel.
What a piece of luck. Look, I'm an old Legion veteran, as old as the poor old Emperor, bless his soul. I'm too old for campaigning. I came this far to look at hell, but I can't go any farther than this. I'd take it kindly if you'd carry this old lucky coin with you when you go to Dagoth, sort of a token of the tough young hero I used to be. Would you do that for an old man?
I'm sorry, but my mother told me never to accept gifts from strangers. Yes, I'll take her coin.
That's very kind of you. Here's the coin. I've had it with me a long time, and it's always brought me luck. But I have no more use for it, and I'd like to pass it on to somebody younger, somebody going places I can't go anymore. Your generation's shaper of history, an engine of destiny, that coin will bring you luck on the mountain, I promise. For Emperor and Empire, as we say in the Legions, go with Kinnereth.
What do you mean you're as old as the poor old Emperor?
The Emperor is getting old. Don't know how much longer he'll hang on. So is the whole Empire, for that matter. Getting old, that is. The Emperor and the Legions have held the Empire together for hundreds of years. It's been a good thing, by and large. But maybe it's time for a change. Time for something young and new. What? No idea. Because I'm old. Old dog doesn't get new ideas. But maybe young folks like you should try some new ideas. I don't know. Could be messy. But change is never pretty.
That's fair. What do you know about the Crater
The
Citadel?
ancient Dwemer citadels on Red Mountain are no longer known by their Dwemer names, but now take the names of their Dagoth lords, Indusal, Odrosal, Veminal, Turenulal, and Dagoth
No, that was more helpful than what the other guy said. Anyone in particular
The
I should talk
Ordinator
to?
Grand Commander Ralin Othravel is in the Tower of Dawn. Buoyant Armiger Grand Marshal Galdol O'Main, Ordinator Knight Commander Enar Draylor, and Anis Romaran, publican of the Redoran Hostel, are in the Tower of Dusk. Realvase Avani is the priest of the temple.
Thank you, Wolf. You've been very kind.
Hello. The Archcanon has announced that Lord Vivec has selected you as a champion. Old Imperial Fellow, Legion veteran, named Wolf. No, nobody like that up here that I remember.
Yeah, it's
Don't
true.
remember any old Legion veterans here at all. Not in a very long time. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
He's literally right there. Just look right there. He's right there.
Hello. I've heard that Lord Vivec has
Have you
declared
seen him?
Old Imperial Fellow, Legion.
Nope. Say the exact same thing. Cool. Well, we did find him. We got the old man's lucky coin. Let's look at it on the table compared to another coin. It looks exactly the same. Oh, it's pizza night.
There's someone watching me. I can tell.
Just let me send that message, please. Okay.
What do you want?
Y'all have said to talk to these people.
Hello. The Archcanon has announced that Lord Vivec has selected you as a champion of the temple in the war against Dahrk
But-
and the sick old Imperial Fellow.
None of
Legion
y'all seem to
veteran
have
named Wolf.
any...
No, nobody like that up here that I... All our intelligence is old.
There we
No
go.
one has ventured far inside the fence for years. This map shows the locations of the citadels of the various ash vampires. Sixth house creatures have become more numerous and powerful, and the most powerful can conjure powerful Daedra. Until recently, we've been able to clear routes and keep them clean with raids, but no longer. There are no safe refuges or services inside the fence. You must return here to rest and heal.
Thank you. We got a map of Red Mountain. That's not a very good map. That's not even a good map of the island of Vardenfell. But like, map of Red Mountain, what should we label on there? Oh, I know. Sadrith Mora, Molag Mar, Seydanine, Balmora, Aldrune, and Dagon Fell. We'll also label the Sea of Ghosts and Red Mountain in its entirety, all on its own. What a useless map. Like, absolutely useless. It's not even shaped right. Like, we've got the map behind us. This is the shape of the island. It's not like that. Like, what the heck is useless? It does tell us the general directions. Northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. So there's like one in each of the four corners. But that's not even... You should be ashamed to call that a map.
The Archcanon has announced that Lord Vivec has selected you as a champion.
Rumors?
Have you noticed? For all its
Advice?
you look like someone who is thinking about going into Red Mountain. We will not stop you, but we
Secrets?
don't be in such a hurry when you're traveling. Take your time. Keep your eyes open.
Okay, all of that is pretty much useless.
Hello. The Archcanon has announced that Lord.
Rumors?
Have you noticed? For all
Nope,
its
advice?
you look like someone who is thinking
Nope,
about
secrets?
buying from merchants and traders who like you.
I
You
mean,
get
that's
better
all
prices.
just
Members of
boring,
your own
same,
factions
different stuff.
usually like you best. All our intelligence is old. No one has ventured.
You say the same thing?
Speak, traveler.
We don't want to go outside yet. Oh, that just loops back around. Lower level.
Tell me what you. Hello. I've heard that Lord Vivec has declared you to be the incarnate and Nerevarine of prophecy.
Do you have any
Dagoth Ur is the real end.
useful
We offer
information
prayers and
for
thanks the new hope
us?
you bring us. Now, how can I help you? Are you looking for someone in particular? Do you need services? Is there some specific place you'd like to visit?
Nope, we
Do
can
you
ask
want
you
an
about Wolf.
Old Imperial Fellow?
Nope, you say the exact same thing everyone else said. There's another Dahrk Face of God that we
The
want.
Archcanon has announced that Lord Vivec has selected you as a champion of the temple in the war against Dagoth-Ur and the Sixth House.
Just
It's
the
very
worst.
confusing, but we have faith in Lord Vivec, and all our intelligence
Nope,
is
that's the exact same thing you said before.
Hello. The Archcanon has announced that Lord
In
Vivec...
Amor.
I found the blade with a note from the Bal Malagmer, which said the sword was stolen by mistake. I have no love for thieves, but perhaps these new Bal Malagmer are like the Bal Malagmer of the old poems.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Honorable thieves.
That was a while ago
worthy
we
of
did that.
respect. Only time...
Courtesy?
Yes, I said that the Legion has no courtesy, wit, poetry, or honor. I will concede that you have wit and poetry if you can win a contest of riddles.
I would like to do a contest of riddles. How do I do a contest of riddles? I want you to admit that I have wit and poetry. That would be cool. Salin Sarethi. What does UESB have to say about this dude? So it's supposed to give me the journal topic riddle. I don't want to see the answers. Okay, so it was supposed to have given me a journal topic of riddle? Maybe? Okay, let's give ourselves the journal topic.
Hello. The Archcanon has announced that Lord Vivec has selected you as a champion of the temple in the war
It didn't
against
seem to work.
Dagoth-Ur and the Sixth House. It's very... Yes, I said that the Legion has no courtesy, wit, poetry, or honor. I will concede that you have wit and poetry if you...
Do we have to have like the yellow book of riddles in our possession when we talk to him? No, he's got Enamor back. Just a generic glass dagger.
Quickly out that
Hello?
way. I haven't much time.
Hello. I've
Where?
heard that Lord...
Hello. I've heard that Lord Vivec has declared you to be the incarnate and Nerevarine of prophecy. Sudden changes of doctrine upset some people, but Dagoth-Ur is the real enemy. And do you
Well,
need something,
that's...
Outlander?
Oh, look, it's the guy who we stole all his things.
I suppose we
Well,
could
not all his
talk.
things, just all the things we wanted. And we're still wearing some of them. I'm pretty sure these greaves and pauldrons or something like that came from this guy.
Do you need something, Outlander?
Okay, well, this has been mostly useless. I think we can go back now. Oh, look, it's an Ascended Sleeper. Haha, I got triple Ascended Sleeper souls. Nice. Bump, bump, bump. Okay, we should have brought more soul gems with us. Okay, we've got many targets inside the Ghost Fence to hit. And Yasu Mine. We might as well just start at the first place. Goodbye, Nicktown. Goodbye, other Nicktown. Goodbye, a third Nicktown. We should rest and meditate on what we have learned. Our Longblade skill has increased. Why is there so many Nicktowns in this glass mine? Like the single largest population of Nicktown's in the entire game. What are you guys even doing here?
I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. How can
What
I
the
help
heck
you?
is going on?
The raw glass deposits here are the richest in the world, but don't think you can just come in here and...
So y'all just letting Nicktoons overrun everything? Is there someone I can talk to
You're in
get
a
rewarded
raw
for killing all the
glass mine,
Nicktoons?
and all the raw glass belongs to the Emperor.
Oh, that's rude. I just
I
saved
don't
all
believe I've
y'all.
seen an Outlander with such a grand out...
I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. At first, it seemed the fuss about the
Nope,
Nerevarine
that's me.
Everyone is talking about it.
That's
the
me.
curse upon the Nerevarine is lifted.
If
The
I...
Iramian at the Caldera Guild of Mages is
Secret?
a useful resource if you have questions.
The raw glass deposit... I'm Berlina Anderil, the glass...
You're just a
I always
miner.
have time for you. I am Sorkalin, Nightblade.
You're a Nightblade. Ooh la la.
I'm Telluri Rothalor.
You're a miner.
Yes, Outlander, what may I do for you?
Oh my gosh, don't get stuck on a torch that I accidentally jumped on top of. How absolutely silly.
Certainly. You ask your question. I am Umbacano, mage.
You're a mage? Yeah, okay, well, I'm the guy who killed all the Nicktoons. You're welcome.
I'm an officer of the Imperial Legion. Move along.
Look at all this raw glass. Oh, there are some more Nicktoons. I lied, I didn't kill them all yet. There. Now they're all dead. Maybe. Okay, what is this? I think it's just one of those long and skinny rock formations. It's just like stuck in the wall, but it's for some reason appearing on the map. Interesting. Okay. Okay, go this way to get out. Got it. So y'all got overrun with Nicktoons. You just went and hid in the back room and didn't do anything. I come in and save your asses, and you don't even have a single word of thanks to say. Well, if I ever come back, I'm not saving you again. You deserve what you get. Let's go this way. That was the mine, right? Yeah. Oh no, it's another Ascended Sleeper, and I'm out of soul gems. Still don't have any good drops. This is why Golden Saints are superior. What the heck hit me? Is that a cliff racer? It is. Oh, jeez. Wait. Why are you alive? You're supposed to be dead. I know, I forgot to kill you. That's my bad, I'm sorry. Don't blame you for my own failing. Okay, let's grab my bow and shoot down these cliff racers that are... Whoa. Target resisted magic. Okay, there was... Oh, well now you've come down to my level while I was shooting that other guy. There's one way up there. Got him. Okay, well that's all for now. Oh, that's the wrong way. Yes, that's fine. We're gonna have another plain white thing somewhere, I guess. Whatever. Oh my gosh, cliff racers, can you be the things that aren't detected, please? I would love it. That would be the greatest. St. Jib cannot eradicate cliff racers soon enough. An egg mine. An egg mine inside the ghost fence. Hi, Kwama Forager. Hi, Dead Adventurer. Fiend Katana, we'll take it. And gold, and the lockpicks, and the probe. Pick up the probe, thank you. Those are just regular Kwama eggs. We're not gonna kill you, you're just doing your job. Dead egg miner. We'll take your gold, it's not doing you any good. Kwama Queen. No, that's just a dead end. Okay. That was interesting. Broken rock. Oh, and we just got stuck inside halfway through the ghost fence. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, let's go back this way. So we're gonna do the basic labyrinth strategy of just taking every left path. And eventually you'll get everywhere and find everything. As long as there's no fully contained loops. We need more grand soul gems. So many of you and your delicious grand-sized souls. And not enough soul gems to go around. Oh, except the cliff racers. All the cliff racers can just... Ooh, we'll take the ghoul heart. All the cliff racers can just cease to exist, and that'll be better than y'all deserve. Okay, let's get into Endusal Kagnarek's study. Don't shake your head at me, that's rude, sir. And then you try to run away and you go open a door. Ain't gonna happen. We'll take your sword and your heart. We'll take your skin. That sounds very creepy out of context. We'll take your skin. Let's check for traps on the steel and iron doors. Something I should really learn how to do is hotkey things. We'll take your 6th house amulet, Daggeth Goral. Just skeletal course to 7 gold. You're just booping around down here in the ruins next to giant mechanical feet with a skeletal corpse. Actually, we should do that right now. How do we hotkey on Morrowind? Press F1 to bring up the quick keys window. Click in the box you like to select quick key 4. Menu will appear with 3 choices. Inventory menu, magic menu item, delete. F1. Click a quick key item. Inventory, let's make our sword number 1. And then let's make our bow number 2. And then magic, we use recall. I should have done this so long ago. And then Civi intervention. and divine intervention. Okay, now if I press 1, it will just go straight to having my sword back in my hand. Nice. Don't know why it took me so long to do that. I'm not sure how it will work for lockpicks and probes. More giant robot parts, more Dagoths who are going to die. Dagoth Mindress, we'll take your amulet and your heart, thank you. Ooh, let's do some tink 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 time. Nice. And we don't need to keep that. We'll take the exquisite belt. Nothing in that desk. Nothing we want in that desk. Nothing in there. Nothing we want in there, although a coherer is nice. Pretty cool. Let's see how that would work if we do a lockpick and a probe. Will it know to switch? So that's 6 and 7. Will it know to switch once the lockpick gets used up? Let's try 6, 7. No traps. Go back to 1. I Dagoth Indus. I greet you, Nerevar, or whoever you are. Oh, because I named my character Nerevar, we're getting silly dialogue. Or whoever you are. I'm Dagoth Indus, brother of Dagoth and lord of Citadel Undasil. Would you like a little ancient Dagoth brandy? It's a rare nectar beyond compare, distilled ages before your ancestors' ancestors, and a fitting toast to our challenge. Would you like to sample it? Sure. Then I drink to your health, bottoms up. Yeah, you don't ever want to drink ancient Dagoth brandy. It just damages your intelligence and your willpower. Yeah, you're just Dagother from Wish.com. Amulet of Hearthrime. Value 20,000. Casting use Fortify Magicka, Sanctuary, and Fortify Conjuration. 6th House Amulet. You can keep your ash salts. Kagnarek's Journal. The contents of this handwritten journal are an unfamiliar script in an unknown language. There are many complex diagrams, heavily annotated with numbers and strange symbols. The title page, however, is clearly marked in Aldmeris. Kagnarek's Journal. Take. Silence. Take. None of that. Anything. Grandmasters. We take Grandmaster quality tools. We'll take the glass boots. We'll take the ebony broadsword. What a strange mixture of... Oh wait, that was an ampule pod? Why did I grab that? What a strange mixture of valuable and not valuable things. Like... Oh yeah, let's have an exquisite belt just sitting on a rusty old shelf. Or actually it was like on a rusty old stool. A dimdium. A numidium plans. Anumidium. I don't know how to say that. Okay, it's not something we can... We always take Nagastas. We'll take that heart. Anumidium. Anumidium. Okay, that appears to be this entire... We walked almost right past the sloth. That's one of the other of the 7 deadly sins weapon set. And we almost walked right past that. Well, we did walk right past that, but then we came back. Okay, there was Indicil. Okie dokie. Now let's see, should we do the bridge? What is there? Ulara Dalaku. To Ulara Dalaku. We've been here before, but I don't remember why. I don't even know if we went inside. We didn't kill that person. They wouldn't have respawned like New Daedra. Take your void salts. Hello.
I don't think we've been introduced, Outlander. How can I help you?
Who are you? You're a crusader.
Have you noticed? There's a crusader in residence at Desla's House of Earthly Delights in Suran. His name is Snorri. Talk to him if you want a good long
Interesting.
lecture. One of the most dangerous places in Morrowind.
Huh.
Well,
Okay, well. We have been in here. Oh yeah, I do remember being in here now. I don't remember what the end result was. I do remember being here. Foe burner. That's right. We almost took foe burner with us because I thought it was a unique item, but it wasn't. We double checked and it was just a random generated one that you can get anywhere. Take the fire salts. Where's the frost atronach go? There it is. You don't have frost salts for us. Well, you suck. Oh yeah, we still need to rest and meditate on what we have learned. Well, we don't care about any of those except willpower. We need more willpower. We need more speed. We need more luck. Our agility, everything else is maxed, right? Willpower, speed, and luck are the only things that are not. Fortify attribute. Personality has 5. Okay, so personality is also short by 5. Personality is currently 0. Speed is 2. Willpower is 1. So we'll do a willpower and speed and not dedicate anything to personality on this level up. But we need to get to it because we're just wasting resources at this point. So actually, let's say 3 was recall? Nope. 4, 5, 3. Oh, 3. I'm hitting 4 on mistake. 3 is recall, okay. Okay, we'll get back to Balmora. Now, what can we get for willpower? How much levels do we need in willpower? We need 9 willpower level ups.
what can I do for you, Archmage?
Illusion, alteration. Alteration is a major skill. We don't want to train that, do we? I'm pretty sure it's a major skill.
To make your acquaintance.
It is, okay. We
What
don't
can I do
want
for
to
you,
train that,
Archmage?
not at this point. Mysticism? You can't train that. We have, like, the only reason we have any magical ability at all is because we've trained the spells. Destruction?
You're in
1.
good company, friend.
That's
Welcome.
right. You move around. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. That should be 10 points in willpower. That is 10 points in willpower. So we want 8 more things in speed, which could be... We have 2 choices. Athletics, which we don't prefer if at all possible, or unarmored. Someone in Balmora can train unarmored, but I don't know who. Let's look that up. Oops, caps lock is on. Let's see, unarmored. We need to scroll down to the U's. Long blade, mercantile restoration. Sneak it. It's the very last one. It is the very last one. In Balmora, Caius Cosades. Well, he's gone forever. But he could have done 70 for us. That was great. Galbadir is in the Guild of Mages, and she does unarmored up to 48. How did I not know she does unarmored? She's upstairs.
Step right up, Outlander, and look over my
We need
collection
8.
of scrolls.
So 1.
Are you here for scrolls, Outlander? Or are you
Nope.
here from some
Nope.
other
Nope.
enchantments? Or even soul gems?
2.
Are you here for scrolls, Outlander? Or
3.
are you here for scrolls, Outlander? Or are
4.
you here for scrolls, Outlander? Or are you here
5.
for scrolls, Outlander? Or
6.
are you here for scrolls, Outlander? Or are you
7.
here for scrolls, Outlander? Or are you here from some other
8. That should be 10 and 10. And I just noticed you also do destruction, so we should just go to you first. What do you do? Your destruction is 48. What does the other person do for destruction? It goes up to 56. So yeah, you are inferior for destruction, but at this point in our training, it literally does not matter. But we're just trying to get this level up out of the way. We'll grab that willpower, that speed, we'll grab our 1 point in luck. The next time we do personality will be the last time we ever have to do personality. But we're getting close to the point where willpower is no longer our weakest ability. Oh shoot. Oh wait, we have this. We got our hotkeys set. Oh, I got paralyzed. Come on, wear off. Please wear off. Please stop re-paralyzing me. I'm gonna need to drink a potion. I'm not taking y'all seriously enough, am I? Whoa, okay. I did not take them seriously enough. Let's reload that autosave. It is 8:01. You are awakened by a loud noise. Okay. We'll still knock this level up out. And then let's take these guys a bit more seriously. Oh. There's 2 of them. Perhaps 3? We didn't even see a guy right here. But perhaps that's just because we want all your stuff. Perhaps that's just because we moved quickly. There was 2 last time. No, don't throw your dart. I want it. You suck. Why'd you have to throw it? We want all your
I'm very
junk.
happy to make you.
Okay, there's 2 of them. They were just in different
Well,
places
the day is yours.
this time. That probably helped. Probably helped us not get double teamed so that we could knock them out easier. But they did both throw their darts, and those darts are very hard to get otherwise. Mr. Puppy. I love you so much, my puppy. You're a good boy. Mwah. Okay. That is about as much as we're gonna get today. It is 8 o'clock, so it is time for us to start ending the stream. Let's just... First we'll turn off sound effects so that the torches don't overwhelm. We'll clean up our inventory and get rid of these things in our inventory. Tink, 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 tink. Oops, I forgot to pick up the full stack of hammers. That would have been helpful. There we go. Everything's all fixed up. Let's see here. We don't want that, or that, or that. Those two will eventually stack themselves when their charges balance out. Let's see. You're the puppy. You're the wuppy schmuppy. Oh, that's one to consider. Dark Brotherhood armor and those glass boots we found on a shelf. Okay, where is the moss log? We have so many shiny things. That one. We could actually. Oh, actually. I keep saying actually. This is all soul gems that are good enough to make an permanent enchanted thing out of. I'm gonna just take the whole stack because we're running into enough ascended sleepers that it's worth it at this point. Envy, Fury, Zeal. Okay, this is where we're putting this collection of. We found Sloth, we found another one now. Constant effect, drain agility and speed, but telekinesis and summon Scamp. Zeal drains personality and intelligence, but fortifies strength, endurance, and willpower. Fury. Blind, you're blind with rage, you're blind with fury. Drains heavy, medium, light, and unarmored, but fortifies your attack. Envy. Weakness to magicka, but you detect enchantments. Oh. Is Envy... Like, that is so weak and not good. And the value is only 800 versus 3,000. That one is 20,000. This one is 96,000. Like, why are these so vastly different from each other if they're all part of the same set? Interesting. I don't know. Oh, puppy. Oh, puppy. You wuppy schmuppy. Okay, let's see. We can put these plans on our thing with all the other plans. Oh, you the big squeaky boy. We've got some more Dahrk 6th House amulets, and we've got a few more keys. The old man's lucky coin. I mean, we could put that here with the dice. We've got some... things to get put down. We've got a raw ebony. We've got some void salts. This will go for sale to Nalcaria, which we won't get the full value for it, but whatever, we'll get what we can. These things should all go in this crate. That should probably also go in the crate. Ancient Dagoth Brandy. That can go. We're keeping Vintage Brandy. We might as well also keep Ancient Dagoth Brandy. It's not as big and showy, but it's worth 3 times as much. I mean, we've got thousands of pounds of solid gold sitting on the shelf over here. I think if anyone's worried about our value or the value of our home, they could just take one glance to the right. Okay. Amulet of Heartrime. I'm not even sure what that is. Oh, it's pretty cool looking. What does UESD have to say about it? HEART R, or was it H? Hearth rhyme or heart rhyme? Oh, okay. Heart rhyme. Okay. Okay, I was just not typing it in very well. Powerful 6th house amulet, Headblood, Daggett, Indus, and Citadel Indusal. We will have to kill during the assault on the citadels of the 6th house. Get a map. The map is just terrible. This map is highly inaccurate. Thank you. That's what I said. Old map released. Huh. This was a pre-release version of the map. Interesting. Oh, that's cool though. It shows like where things were planned and how some things changed. Like Dagonfell is not here, it's actually over here now. All Dahrk is over here on a smaller island. Dagonfell is on the larger island. Interesting. I've never seen this old map before. This whole area is completely reworked. But overall, the general idea is still there. That's great. Okay, cool. This is cool. This is also going to be the first time that we go through this optional stage and kill all 7 of the ash vampires. This phase is optional. However, the following artifacts can be attained by defeating the 7 ash vampires. Belt of Hearthfire, Amulet of Hearthrum, Amulet of Hearthrime, Amulet of Heart Heal, I keep saying Hearth. Heart Heal, Amulet of Heartfire, Soul Ring, and Blood. The artifacts are not required to beat Dagothar, but can be of great use against his magical attacks. Nice, okay. You're a puppy, I love you. Okay, but we're gonna get to that stuff tomorrow. We don't care about that, we just are adding it to our trophies. Look how that glows. It glows so much brighter than all the other enchanted things. They all glow a little bit, but not as bright as that does. Like, what? Okay. We've got Wraithguard we're just going to keep on us. Our utility things. We've got a Grandmaster's Calcinator to sell to Nalcaria.
Welcome.
And we'll just take your max for it because it's the best that you can do, despite the fact that it's worth more than that. We've got... Oh, why am I going so far away from Millie? Millie, we've got a belt for you. And give us... Actually, I only want 57. I don't want 58. Thank you. Okay, puppy, are you getting down now? It's a good boy. That's a good puppy. We love you. Now we'll go to Dorissa. Oh boy. My backlog is growing so much faster. Okay, let's try to clear out a couple more books. I think we might be able to get through that many.
Tell me your question.
One, those, that one. Oh, that's hitting your max right there. Okay, well, Wabbajack can stay here. Oh man, why do we have to find more books than you can afford to buy from us? We have a stupid bottle that we'll sell to this person over here. Hey, you buy stupid stuff, right?
Greetings, citizen. I'm Dralasa
Yeah, you do? Okay,
Welcome
do you
to
want a
Morrowind.
useless
We're a house of
bottle?
Alutown and loyal citizens of the Empire.
You do?
What can I
That's
for you?
great. I'll even let you have it for free. Let's see. We don't need those journeyman things. And I think that's it. I think that'll be the end of clearing our inventory. Why is that key sitting there like that? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea why that key was like that. I probably, like, picked it up, tried to move it over to the window to drop it in there, and accidentally, like, misclicked when my mouse was here. That's the only thing that would, like, make sense to me. Like, whoop, misclick, and just completely did not notice. Okay, we'll get rid of those journeyman items. Let's see, the rest of this, our current equipment. We've got Wraithguard for when we need it. We've got our utility amulets for when and if we need those. We've got Restore Magicka, our Flynn, and Restore Health. Our current lockpicks, our current probes, the Bloodstone. Actually, we're never going to actually use that because it's too unpredictable. Just to show y'all what it does. It kind of works similar to Almcivian Divine Intervention, except for Dahrk Shrines. But also, it goes randomly not to one that is, like, specifically closest to you. Like, we were in Balmora, all the way down here. There's Dahrk Shrine in here, there's Dahrk Shrine here that are closer. But no, it teleported us all the way up here to Eber Nanit, to the feet of this shrine to, what is this, Mehrunes Dagon? I'm not sure. But, like, it teleports you to, like, a random shrine. It's completely terrible. So, hey, Longblade increased to 99. We're one strike away from increasing our Longblade to 99. That's amazing. I love it. We've almost maxed out our Longblade skill. So, just because it's so unpredictable and cannot be relied on, I don't think we're actually going to use it. If it was as predictable, like if it was just as reliable as like Almcivi or Divine Intervention, which just takes you to the physically closest shrine of the Tribunal or shrine of the Worship Aedra, if it took you to the closest shrine of the Worship Daedra, then it would be very useful, and it would be an extra teleportation mode in our gamut, and we could learn the points and plot it out and use it for more efficient travel across the land. But it doesn't. It goes randomly, like it took us all the way up here for no reason, when I'm pretty sure the closest shrine is the one off of Kartag Point that we rebuilt, and that we actually got our sword through that process, or possibly one of the ones in Vivec, but definitely not this one way up here. Absolutely not the closest one. I'm not sure why that's the one that it teleported us to, and I've also done it from this same cell from our Hlelo Manor that we're calling a home base, and got different results before. It actually took us over here somewhere when we did that before. So it's too unreliable. It's not worth keeping in our inventory because we're never actually going to use it, because we're never actually going to know where we're going. Yeah, that's it. Nope, that's all I have to say about that. The rest of it, we've got our inventory whittled down to just our current loadout, and that is perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. We're going to pop our save here for tonight, and this will be the end of our stream. We haven't had anyone in chat tonight, but that is perfectly fine. Any silent supporters who are out there, we absolutely appreciate you. We just want you to know that you are just as valid as anyone who participates in chat. You don't have to say anything to be here and supporting us, and we love you all the same. So now that we're ending it, we just hope you have a wonderful night, or morning, day, evening, whatever it might be for wherever you are in the world. And as always, take care.